Kaylin.
And we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through Cal Coast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the Cal Coast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
Can you make this cake for my daughter's birthday?
Donna realized her network was surprisingly slow. So she switched to Metro PCS and got her family 4 lines with unlimited high-speed data for $100, period. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
The San Diego Sockers, and it's the Sockers hosting their foes from Hermosillo, Los Soles de Sonora. What a rivalry these two teams have carved out since Los Soles joined the league back in the 2015-16 season. That rivalry has been much in favor season play over the last 2.5 seasons or so, almost 3 complete seasons as we hit the home stretch of this 2017-18 MASL season. And the Sockers already sitting pretty, looking forward to the postseason, having clinched the Pacific Division Championship. We'll get to that and a whole lot more here in a bit, but right now, 2 national anthems. First off, El Himno Nacional de Mexico, followed by the Star-Spangled Banner.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please remain standing. And now, as we honor America and our armed forces serving at home and around the world, please welcome to midfield a daughter of Zay Roberto, Thais Santana, in the singing of tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light one so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through
Thank you, Thais, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
A beautiful rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner from the aforementioned daughter of longtime Sockers fan favorite number 8, Zay Roberto, one of the elder statesmen in this Sockers side. This Sockers side who, as we talked about in the opening of the broadcast, has quite the relationship with this Soles team. These two ready to go at it, and already with eyes on the postseason. What a strange year it's already been for Soles de Sonora, who are currently in the midst of a 9-game win streak, going for 10 in a row this evening, currently with an 11-6 record. That's second place in the Southwest Division. 9-game win streak. You do the math. They were 2-6. 2 wins, 6 losses for a team that a lot of people had as a favorite to win the championship, to finally get that monkey off their backs after the last 2 heartbreaks in those MASL championships against the Baltimore Blast. Soles de Sonora looking like they're on the right track after a very sluggish start to the 2017-18 season. The San Diego Sockers are cruising right now. They got that division championship in the bag. Eyes on the postseason. Eyes certainly, if you ask Phil Salvaggio, on business at hand here this evening in the third-to-last home affair for the Sockers this season. As far as full fixture list, you're looking at 5 remaining games, I beg your pardon, after tonight for San Diego. 13-3, first place in the Pacific, 8-0 at home. They have not lost in this building, and they would love to keep that record intact. Of course, Sockers started the season 10-0. Last 5 for the Sockers, you're talking 2 losses and 3 wins, coming off the backs of a 10-3 win against Tacoma up in the Pacific Northwest that clinched that division title. A very warm good evening from me, Nate Abareya. My usual broadcasting colleague, Craig Elston, is on assignment. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be with you this evening. The Sockers and Los Soles de Sonora bring you the starting lineups now. First off, for the home side, Ray Contreras and Felipe Gonzalez at the back for San Diego. Chris Toth in goal behind those 2 gentlemen. Brandon Escoto out there for the Sockers from the start. Craig Giles and Matt Clare pairing up top for Phil Salvaggio's gang. Soles de Sonora starting lineup looks like this. Bernardo Valdivinos in goal. 2 defenders, Roberto Escalante and Adrian Miller. Christian Segura, a strong midfield presence out there. Anibal Echeverria is the team lead in assists with 12 this season to go with 14 goals. Not a bad season for number 11. He always comes to play when he's in this building, the Valley View Casino Center. Anibal Echeverria, watch out for him, number 11 for Los Soles de Sonora. And up top, who else? We're always spotlighting this man for very good reason. 47 goals to his name this season. The King, the Cameroonian sensation, number 15, Frank Tayu. From time to time, it can get a little ringer-like out there for Soles de Sonora, and talked about that with their coaching staff and their ownership over the last couple of seasons. When they first got Frank Tayu involved in this team, they even looked and said, hey, we got our ringer. Get the ball to him every time. Let's run everything through him. Soles de Sonora are at their best when everybody is contributing, when it's a well-balanced attack and a little bit of the pressure can be taken off of the man they call the King, Frank Tayu. As soon as he gets open space to work with, little time on the ball, look out for number 15. He's always in a scoring mood in this building and pretty much any building in the MASL. 47 goals coming in to the contest tonight. Quick correction on that Sockers starting lineup. Instead of Brandon Escoto, actually Boyo Hiram Ruiz out there from the start. A few handshakes, some greetings before competition. It's ready to take center stage. Los Soles de Sonora and your San Diego Sockers coming to you live on the MASL YouTube stream. Another very warm good evening from me, Nate Abareya. Pleasure and a privilege to be with you. The goalies are ready. The men in the middle are ready. And we are underway. A Sunday night in America's finest city. The Sockers glad to be back home. First home game here in the month of February. Starts off with some early possession for the visitors from the city of Hermosillo. Soles de Sonora. played their first competitive match in this building back in October of 2015. It was a loss to the Sockers. Solis exacted revenge in the best way possible. They knocked the Sockers out of the playoffs in the spring of 2016, the conclusion of that inaugural season. This visiting team tonight. Here's Contreras with plenty of space to work with. He brings it forward for the Sockers, clad in their dual blue kit. The dark blue that fades into the light blue with the light blue shorts, the dark blue socks, attacking from right to left here in the first quarter. Solis de Sonora, the white and maroon, the white tops, and the deep red shorts and the white socks, attacking from left to right here in the first period. Cerda losing out on it for the Sockers, and here's Tayu trying to lunge out a leg. Contreras collects and brings it back to Toth. Luan Salas Oliveira on the field for the first time. Sees the captain, Craig Childs, in space in the final third. Tried to lob one up for him. This one bounces around the boards and finds its way to Victor Quiros. Remember that guy? Longtime San Diego Sockers defender, acquired midseason by Sonora. He's become a pivotal part of this Sonora team during this 9-game win streak. Blast from distance. That one was from Escoto. Blistered just wide past the outstretched fingertips of Valdivinos. Man making his home debut for the Sockers this evening, Jamie Lovegrove. Out there wearing the number 45. Currently standing on his own red line. Defending against Solis Manuel Aragon. See Lovegrove down there. And you see John Sosa very nearly handling that one in an effort to give it back to Chris Toth to pick up, and they say he did handle it. Sosa's incensed. It's a blue card to boot. Sosa pleading his case, and now just says palms to the heavens, hands in the air. I don't know what the heck else to say. He was adamant in his opinion of that one touching the shoulder rather than the arm area. But an infraction indeed. It was mighty close. And now we've got something you don't see every day here in the MASL. It's Tayu from real close range with the spot kick. Handball inside the penalty area. It's Tayu against Toth. The King tries to christen the scoreboard, and he does so. Cool as you like. Picks his spot and makes it 1-0. Frank Tayu with goal number 48 on his season. 12:41 left here in the first quarter. Sockers 0, Solis de Sonora 1.
A penalty kick goal scored by number 15, Frank Tayu. Unassisted, time of the goal, 2:19. Again for Solis, the penalty kick goal by Tayu. Unassisted at 2:19.
Unassisted from the penalty spot. Again, not something you see every day in the arena soccer landscape. Saw one there, and Tayu made no mistake. Now a blast from distance, not far off. Trying to catch Toth off his line was Gustavo Rosales. This one's collected and brought to the near side where Eric Tovar gets a couple of touches. Those bright neon boots of his. The ball eventually trickles back to Sonora, who've commanded possession, you must say, the opening 3 minutes and change, but on cue, Contreras says command that. And gets it right back for San Diego. Here's Matt Clare. See Clare have a lively night this evening. Sprays a long one off the boards for Childs. Bounce not in favor of the Sockers captain. Now it's Ruiz giving chase down in the corner. Childs and Ruiz both trying to fight that one back for San Diego. It comes all the way back to Toth, wearing the green goalkeeper kit. Those black padded pants this evening. Lovely stuff from Pollo. Gonzalez tried to cross it in. It flicks off the head. Sonora defender Adrian Miller. The Sockers will have it in the corner. Sosa, who committed that handball offense that led to the Taiyu penalty, now takes this dead ball. And Sockers almost get one back right there. It's an unorthodox save there from Valdivinos, but he did just enough. And eventually this thing comes all the way back to Chris Toth. Childs. Back over to the Sockers bench and Cesar Cerda. Sosa, forward to Childs. John Sosa back on it. Anxious to make up for that mistake, surely. The former Soles de Sonora man. A few players going against their former teams tonight. Victor Quiros on the Soles side. And the man on the ball right now, John Sosa, for the Sockers. John Sosa, a thorn in the side of San Diego last postseason. Fortunate bounce for the Sockers. Sees Escoto flying through. It's still Brandon Escoto. It's Childs. It's somehow not an equalizer. Craig just pulled it wide. Brilliant, brilliant work from Brandon Escoto. Slicing and dicing and weaving through that Soles defense. Like a knife through a hot stick of butter, but unfortunately Childs unable to finish it off. 10:20 remains here in the first quarter. The visitors from Hermosillo with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of a penalty kick goal. You heard me correctly, from Frank Taiyu. Here's Valdivinos. Tries to find Taiyu. Taiyu on Sosa. What a matchup this is. And Taiyu takes a mighty big swing there at Sosa. It was a bit too much of a swing. It's a blue card for Taiyu. So he's got the only goal. He's now got his team's first blue card. Sosa's still down in a heap. But now the veteran defender, former Sonora man, climbs to his feet. You can kind of see that one coming. You saw Taiyu pinning Sosa up against the boards there. You could see the frustration brewing from Taiyu as he was unable to regain possession. And on cue, Sosa taking one for the team. Sosa also holding the back of his neck as he's walking around right now. Ugly moment, but thankfully nothing too serious. Knocks the wind out of him. Tough as they make him. Sosa's right back to work. Surely quarterbacking this power play, what he loves to do. Holding position, like a point guard on the basketball court. As he guides this one outside for Oliveira in the middle. Here is LSO. Back over to Craig Childs. It was Tovar, just a little wide. It's Tovar, perhaps with a second bite at the cherry. Instead, it's LSO. Was LSO fouled? There he was. Is there going to be a card? It's a reasonable question. The answer is no. LSO was leading for one there for a second and then was just going to rub the bruise out. A nasty kick to the calf. It's a good set-piece opportunity on the power play for the Sockers. Childs might want to take this one himself. He does so, and he places it in. Freezes Valdivinos and ties this game up at 1. Taiyu opens the scoring, the leading scorer for Sonora, and Childs says, you know who I am. I'm the leading goal scorer here in San Diego. 1-1, 9:37 left here in the first quarter. The captain brings us back on even terms. And Taiyu is out of the penalty box. Brilliant stuff from Childs. He heads to the bench for a quick breather.
UC San Diego Health power play goal. Scored by number 37, Craig Childs. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 5:23. Again for the Sockers, the power play goal by Childs. Unassisted at 5:23.
Goal number 26 on the season for Craig Childs. Taiyu right back in the thick of it. Had to bring that one down. Toth nearly played it onto the Sockers bench. Instead, it was crafty stuff and hauling that one in from Eddie Velez. Cries a foul play from the Sockers bench and players on the field. They got to get over that real quick because here comes Taiyu. Crashing down in the corner now. Contreras on him. Taiyu holding him off with that left arm. Contreras telling the referee, watch out for that Taiyu stiff arm. Taiyu tries to crack a volley, and this one is up and over in the deep end. Is absolutely loving it. Screaming out a few choice words at Frank Tayu. Animosity and respect surely blended together. Feeling San Diego faithful, those great Sockers fans behind the goal to our right, the deep end, in terms of their view of one Frank Tayu. It's definitely a great player to have in a rivalry like this one. Again, 47 goals this season, including that penalty kick to open the scoring this evening. Here's Toth, working it back with Contreras. LSO thought he was fouled. Say he was. Good friend Cowboy Salazar was helping the officials out there. Hard to miss Cowboy. That big cowboy hat and the bright yellow soccer shirt. Plenty of old school wear. That man's been supporting the soccer since day one. Here's Contreras. Down to Tovar. LSO. Off the wall. Tovar. What a save from Valdivinos. Tovar. Another crack at it perhaps. Instead tries to work it over to Lovegrove. And this one is going to be cleared out. Valdivinos with a fantastic save. Only a save based on positioning more than anything all too spectacular. Valdivinos will take it. He has a few choice words for his teammates, the men in white and red, saying what was going on there. Tovar came in unmarked, taking that ball off the boards, and nearly gave the Sockers the lead, but we stayed deadlocked at 1. These Sockers would like to thank Cal Coast Credit Union. California Coast Credit Union is proud to be the platinum sponsor of the San Diego Sockers. Started by teachers in 1929, Cal Coast is San Diego's longest-serving financial institution with 24 local branch locations. We are dedicated to improving lives in our community. You can become a Cal Coast Credit Union member today by visiting calcoastcu.org. Again, that's California Coast Credit Union at calcoastcu.org. And while we're at it, I know a lot of people tuning this one in all across this great country, here in the United States of America, all around the San Diego area, and friends and families of Sockers players tuning this one in all across the 50 states. Well, un saludo a nosotros amigos en Hermosillo. Estás viendo el MASL, el canal de los Sockers en YouTube. Soy Neda Barea. Buenas noches. Bienvenidos a San Diego. 1-1, 1-1, 7:51 left, first quarter. Gotta love the 2 goal scorers on the sheet right now. If you just tuned in, you had to take a guess. 1 goal for each of these teams. Who would you say? Maybe Frank Tayu for Sonora and Craig Childs for San Diego? Correctamundo. Solis, back underway. Even strength and a couple of blue cards in this game already. 1 for each side. Each blue card has led to a goal. Tayu from the penalty spot. Childs also from a dead ball. So 2 goals in this game, neither from open play. Interesting to note. Claire into the middle. And Escoto. Sosa up the boards. Back for Cerda. Cesar Cerda. Caught up in the corner. Good tracking back by Echeverria. Claire popped that one up. Escoto thought it was going out. Ended up having to go up and make a ferocious aerial challenge. And a foul is actually whistled against Sonora. Not so sure about that. But the Sockers will very much take it. Showing off the athleticism. Showing off the hops. Cerda, after looking like he thought that one was heading out. Here's Childs. Chance to work some magic from the dead ball again. Sosa waiting at the top of the circle. Childs is going to chip this one over for Cesar Cerda, who whiffs on the volley. Sosa recollects. John Sosa is going to bring it all the way back to Toth. John Sosa here is going to bring it all the way to the Sockers bench. Unforced error. Not the hottest start for John Sosa. He's had to battle through adversity before. Shaking off some early jitters. Here's Tayu, defended by Sosa. Tayu tries to work the step over. Sosa says nah. Pokes it right away, all the way back to Valdivinos now. Valdivinos made a great save moments ago, keeping this game level at 1. The Vaquero gives chase. Eddie Velez chipped up for Aragon. Aragon in the corner. Farber on the pitch for the first time tonight. Regained possession, but then gave it right away. Interesting to see what Brian Farber bring to the fold tonight. In a game that should be very tight, not a whole lot of open space early on in this game. Again, both goals coming from dead ball situations. Farber, a player who loves the wide open spaces of the Valley View Casino Center. Chance to show off that speed, utilize his best skill set. Sosa flying into that challenge. Farber flying up in the air and heading that one forward, and on cue, the speed as he tries to chase down his opponent. What a ball that was, and nearly a spectacular goal for the visitors. Tayu gets it back. Aragon. All the way back to his goalkeeper. He just left it run all the way to Valdivinos. Lovegrove giving chase. And Lovegrove gets whistled for the foul. Tovar put one into the empty net there. And I'll tell you what, Soles, very, very fortunate to have gotten that whistle right there. The Soccer's bench, not all too happy about it. Looked like it was Escalante down there, assuming the foul had been called against him, and the whistle never came until after Tovar had come through and blasted that one in. And then Lovegrove was whistled for the foul. Almost great high press from the pride of Crawley, England. Here's Valdivinos. Oh, what a rip that was. I'm sure Toth saw all too much of it. Boos for Tayu as he gets another touch. Bad giveaway. What a save by Toth. Ho, ho, ho. Toth has got to be careful here. Soccer's got to just get out of trouble. Solis pressing with intent, pressing with a purpose. It's Tayu. Whistle blows. Foul called against the visitors from Hermosillo. What a save it was from Chris Toth. And somehow, some way, we're still deadlocked at 1. Lovegrove, the one-time Crawley Town man, 28 years old, from Crawley, England, Jamie Lovegrove. Crafty from Valdivinos there, allowing himself to be megged and taking it off the boards and picking it right back up, saying, I knew what I was doing the whole time. Don't roll your eyes at that. Claire back on it for the Sockers, deep in his own half. Quick correction, Jamie Lovegrove, actually 27 years old. Turns 28 in May. I don't want to make anybody older than they are. Cries for a handball against Tayu, cries for a foul afterwards, and the second shouts are the ones that are going to be heard. That Soccer's bench is just beside itself, thinking that Tayu had handled it. Then it was actually the foul call that came, and a bench warning issued, funny enough, to Solis. Solis de Sonora received the bench warning from the officials. Here's Matt Clare. Back to Toth. Toth again in trouble. Clare, got to be smart here. Matt Clare, good physical stuff to retain possession for the Sockers. Clare was calling for it up the wing. Does Sosa see him? Now he does. Is it too late? No, it gets all the way to Clare, and he can't finish. Saw that one developing slowly. You're thinking, is Sosa still going to be able to get this one through to him? He did. But now here's Tayu. Blasting forward for Sonora. Tayu pulls the trigger. It's just wide at the far post. Toth may have had it covered. We stay 1-1 as we dip under 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Nate Abarea coming to you live from the Valley View Casino Center. San Diego Sockers and Soles de Sonora, always fun when these two teams are going toe-to-toe. No different here in this first period. Here's Moreno. Tries to dip it into Tayu. All the way back, Roberto Escalante. Former Soccer's man, former fan favorite here in this building, Victor Quiros. Quiros back on it again. Clips it forward, trying to find Tayu. Well read by John Sosa, heads it clear, but all the way back to Bernardo Valdovinos. Tayu with his back to goal, near the red line. Sosa on his back. Tayu pulls the trigger. It's right at Toth. Good positioning from the Soccer's goalkeeper. Under 2 minutes remaining. And what's been a lively first quarter. Only 2 goals, and neither from open play, but lively. Certainly a word to describe this opening stanza. Quite a bit of arguing and bickering going on here in this first quarter as well. From all parties, trying to say one side's been more complaint happy than the other. A few contentious decisions. A couple of blue cards. A couple of fine goals as well. Tayu, clinical with his penalty kick. And Childs, much the same with his set-piece goal. Love to see one from open play. It almost happened right there. Second one is blocked by LSO, who comes out celebrating like he scored. Love the attitude from Luan Salas Oliveira. And this one goes out. It's going to be Soccer's ball with 1:07 left. LSO blocked that shot. Some part of his torso or side of his hip. And he came out with both arms flexed, saying, "That's all you got?" Here's Tovar. Tovar called for the foul. Into the 15th and final minute of this first quarter. See if there's one more goal in this opening period. Quiros. Long ball forward, trying to find Canez. Canez, big, tall target man who will spell Frank Tayu from time to time. The King's got to get his beauty rest. Stay fresh for later in this game. Contreras just with the casual back heel to Chris Toth there. Contreras back on it now. Toth on these near side boards. Back to Contreras. Soccer surely not content just to play out the clock here. Phil Salvaggio would love to see one more movement forward. Toth might just loft this one forward. He does. Tries to find Tovar. The bounce not in number 51's favor. Hauled in by Valdovinos. 7 seconds left. Maybe a chance for Sonora. Canez, who tries to pull the trigger from the midfield line. It bounces harmlessly into the hands of Chris Toth. A goal apiece. Predictable goal scorers, you must say. Frank Tayu for Soles de Sonora. Craig Childs for the San Diego Sockers. 1-1 after 1 quarter. We're back with
Will, Tegan, Paxton,
Kaylin.
and we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through CalCoast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the Cal Coast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
Can you make this cake for my daughter's birthday?
Donna realized her network was surprisingly slow. So she switched to Metro PCS and got her family 4 lines with unlimited high-speed data for $100, period. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Nate Abareya back here with you inside the Valley View Casino Center. Sockers 1, Soles 1 as we get ready for the second quarter to get underway. Frank Tayu and Craig Childs, the 2 leading goal scorers for each side, with a goal apiece in that first quarter, both from dead balls. See if we get some open play scoring here in this second quarter. Sockers, I'd like to remind you to exercise your options at LA Fitness and get a head start on your New Year's goals. LA Fitness offers a wide variety of amenities, including state-of-the-art equipment, free weight center, swimming pool, group fitness classes, indoor basketball leagues, personal training, whole lot more. Kids club, babysitting. You can try a week of complimentary fitness and download your guest pass today at lafitnessguestpass.com. Again, that's lafitnessguestpass.com. Unforced error from the Sockers there. The opening few seconds sees a free kick to Sonora, and a foul against Tayu sees another free kick in a much more dangerous position for the visitors from Hermosillo. See what they have drawn up here. Oh, it was headed out by Sosa. Toth may have had the save covered, but Sosa taking no chances. Proper central defending there from the veteran, who was a wee bit shaky in the first quarter. And Sosa, great communication there with Toth. You're thinking, what the heck's he doing letting that thing go through? Toth had called him off. Good stuff there, even in the noisy arena. Able to hear his goalkeeper get out of the way of that one. Sosa committed that handball, received a blue card. 2:19 into the first quarter. Tayu slotted home the penalty kick for the opening goal of the game. Sosa had a couple other shaky moments in that first quarter, but already back to business. Short memory that you need to have as a defender. Professional ranks. Focus on the task at hand. First minute of this quarter's gone. Valdivinos across the halfway line. Valdivinos, who had a chance to score in that first quarter. Is he going to have another one here? He pulls the trigger from deep again. This one was always rising, and it's up over the top. Just that chance that I was speaking of in the first quarter. Shot looked very similar to that last one. It's Escalante. Tayu loses out. Farber. Over to Tovar. Tovar forward. Going off the head of a Sonora defender and into the hands of Valdivinos. Wearing the captain's armband, Roberto Escalante. Long ball forward to the left foot. Hit down by Zé Roberto. Always good to see Zé Roberto on the pitch for San Diego. 39 years of age. Brazilian international. Recognizable name and face around the San Diego soccer scene. And look out for Soles de Sonora. It's Tayu in the middle. One was blocked by Gonzalez. Tayu still on it, battling through. He's being tugged by Gonzalez and then got pushed over by Ruiz. No call. Tayu's got that look in his eye right now. You can see it all the way from here. He doesn't get a call. You see the eyes light up. Tayu was waiting for that one, but expert defending from Contreras. Raimundo. Back over to Chris Toth. .12 on the clock here in the second quarter. 1-1 the score. Sockers stuck in their own half here. Cerda and Toth. Nice little 1-2 to get out of trouble. Now here's Cerda trying to knock this thing up the boards. Did that thing stay in? No, it kind of rode the railing there for a second or two before rolling out of play. Here's Valdivinos. Bogar Moreno. Back to Valdivinos. Back on this near side. And our old friend Victor Quiros. Valdivinos. Ooh, dangerous stuff from the Sonora goalkeeper. But back to Quiros. Foul called. Effort from distance wouldn't have counted from Matt Clare. The foul was against the Sockers. Again, Soles, as Quiros stands on this one, staring at his old teammate Craig Giles, his old captain, his old co-captain Craig Giles. Oh, this one right across the face of goal with pace. Wraps all the way back around the boards to Bogar Moreno. Moreno has it poked away. Contreras forward to Clare. Clare did a good job dealing with a tough pass, and now Clare's on his horse here, tries to get to this one before Valdivinos. He can't do so. Job getting off the line by Valdivinos. Toth waits for this one to come in. Soles de Sonora. 9 games ago, this MASL season. 2-6. Nasty collision there. Farber went down. A couple of bodies followed suit. Free kick to the Sockers. 2 wins and 6 losses for Soles de Sonora. Currently stand at 11-6. 9 straight wins after a 2-6 start to their season. Not sure what the magic potion was, what the vital switch was, but whatever changed, it was mighty important. Soles flying the other way, trying to counter back and regain the lead. This one off the inside of the foot of Contreras, back into the grateful hands of Chris Toth. Lovegrove had it knocked away. Sonora again on the charge. It was Segura. It's all the way back to Echeverria. Watch out for Echeverria tonight. Hasn't had a whole lot to say early on in this game. This game's been surprisingly tight. Been a few chances for both sides, but really fundamentally sound game of arena soccer thus far. This one is blocked by Lovegrove. Crawley England native checks in with his goalkeeper and figures out where he needs to set up. .9:31 left here in the second quarter. Free kick to the Sonoran Sons. Los Soles de Sonora. Who's going to take it? It's Escalante. Ooh, it was well worked. It was good stuff from Escalante. A look for Canes. Canes just couldn't contort well enough. Put that thing on frame. Tayu still getting some rest for Sonora. And the Sockers and Phil Salvaggio content with just keeping bodies behind the ball right now and staying organized, just as we alluded to a few moments ago. Seen this from both sides. When one team is in possession, the side just playing it safe. It's like a chess match going on. As Valdivinos comes forward, wants to have another rip. That one was funky for Toth. And thankfully for Valdivinos, he had Escalante back at the midfield stripe. The safety net, central defender. Oh, now knocked to the floor and drawing the foul is Miller. Crafty from Adrian. Sosa again. Rubbing his face a little bit, rubbing his eyes, saying, really? Is this really happening? Here's Valdivinos. Echeverria. In the corner for Sonora. Beautiful turn, but Sosa gets him back, and now a foul is called against John Sosa. Got to start keeping track of the foul tally on Sosa. That's 2 here in the span of about 20 seconds. Another free kick to Los Soles. It's Echeverria. It's low. It's deflected. It's off the boards. It's the Sockers looking to fly out the other way. Cerda gives it away right back to Echeverria. Soles continue the pressure. It's Echeverria. Still on it. It's a chance. Toth pins it against the boards. Keeps this game deadlocked at 1. Cerda. Back to John Sosa inside his own red line. 7 minutes have just flown by here in the second quarter. Hardly a stoppage. Valdivinos, right on the borderline there, had to head that one rather than collect it with the hands, but gets this one to roll back to him. And his intended target just wasn't looking back there. Rosas. It's a decent throw out from Valdivinos. Now here's Matt Clare, looking to put his footprint on this game. Escoto dribbled into trouble and lost it. The Soles head the other way. Frank Tayu back off the bench. Felipe Gonzalez, good defending. Back to Escoto. Escoto crossfield to Matt Clare. Time and space for Matt Clare. Matty on the right foot to Childs. Back over to Felipe Gonzalez. This one is blocked. Gonzalez to Childs. Childs brings it down with the chest. All the way back to Raimundo Contreras. Childs to Clare. Childs was knocked to the floor. Foul called. Free kick, San Diego. 7:12 remaining here in the second quarter. Sockers 1, Soles 1. You're watching MASL Soccer inside the MASL YouTube channel. My name is Nate Abarrea, alongside our wonderful San Diego Sockers production crew. Pleasure to be with you. Contreras has that one saved, and Childs cannot put the rebound in. Childs also landed, looked like a little awkwardly there. And he gets right back up, the captain. That's a few words and even a laugh with Soles goalkeeper Bernardo Valdivinos saying, hey, you all right? And then, hey, thanks for not making me look bad there as I was scrambling back into position after the initial save from the stocky but quite athletic Bernardo Valdivinos. 1-1 the score. We've been tied for quite some time. Tayu opened the scoring for San Diego. Pardon me, for Sonora. After just 2 minutes and 19 seconds, it was 1-1 inside 5 minutes. Since then, no goals. Fundamentally sound on the defensive side for both teams. A couple of fine saves for each goalkeeper as well. Proactive Physical Therapy in Sports Medicine is the sole provider of physical therapy services for the San Diego Sockers. Proactive Physical Therapy sees patients from all over San Diego County, trusting relationships with San Diego's leading physicians. With 4 convenient locations to serve you, please visit Proactive's website at www.proactive4pt.com. That's Proactive, the number 4, pt.com. San Diego Sockers would also like to thank Lakeside Equipment Sales and Rentals for their sponsorship of this San Diego Sockers season. From a skip loader to a snow cone machine, Lakeside Equipment has you covered. So for your next project or party, choose Lakeside Equipment, serving contractors and homeowners since 1985. Lakeside Equipment is family owned and operated with 2 locations to serve you with delivery available. Again, that is Lakeside Equipment. So whether you're like my usual broadcasting colleague Craig Elston and you're all about the skip loader, or you're like me and you're all about the snow cone machine, they can take care of you. Lakeside Equipment, proud sponsors of the San Diego Sockers. Again, Nate Abarrea here with you, the aforementioned Craig Elston on assignment this evening. Sockers 1, Soles 1. Brian Farber with the speed. Brian Farber with the chance. Save made, Valdivinos. Point blank range. Farber is robbed. And we have a stoppage. And we have a bit of confusion. We have Felipe Gonzalez immediately pleading his case. Farber was almost spoiled for choice there. Almost too much time. It's a good save by Valdivinos. Farber certainly could have done better. Love to have that one back. Chance to pick a corner. Still Valdivinos to just stand his ground in that position. Great stuff from the Sonora portero. So an illegal restart is actually called there. The Game clock reset to 6:57. Contreras comes flying through. Little piece of kung fu. They got some oohs and ahs there from the Sockers faithful. It's also just a great piece of defense there, reading it and flying ahead of Tayu. Looked mighty cool as well. Farber back to Toth. Contreras ready to help out his keeper. Contreras got to be smart here with Tayu facing off. Toth to Felipe. Gonzalez back to Toth. Funky bounce there off the boards. Did a number on Contreras, but LSO on the spot. Contreras across the red line. Contreras on his left foot. Shot blocked by Aragon. And Contreras with the foul in frustration, and the blue card comes out. Oh my. In a game that's seen 2 blue cards already, with each of those blue cards leading to goals for the team that gains the man advantage. These cards oh so critical in a match like this one, and Contreras, the latest to be charged. He has a few words with the men in red and makes his way to the penalty box. So 2 minutes for Soles to work with. This power play will either end at 4 minutes and 12 seconds or it'll end with visitors from Hermosillo enjoying a 2-1 lead. Sockers certainly hoping for the prior. Chance to show off that penalty kill that's been so darn good this season. Here's Quiros. He's oh so good working that quarterback position. John Sosa plays for the Sockers very often on these power plays. The Sockers have the man advantage. Here's Quiros. Saw Quiros play this spot for the Sockers for quite a while. One worked around to that far side. Toth has to pin that one up against the boards a little bit awkwardly. Toth waits for a few precious seconds to peel off the power play. This one's nearly given away. It's a chance for Sonora. It's across the face. Tayu couldn't get to it. Sockers just trying to stay in front. It was Ruiz with the good defense there. Gonzalez up to the point now. Tayu in the corner. This one is blocked by John Sosa. Sosa ready to just send this one up the boards. He does so. Sockers have killed off 70 seconds of the 120 necessary. Here's Quiros carrying forward methodically, picking his pass, and now this one comes down. It's just wide. It was nearly a go-ahead goal from Escalante. Instead, it's a chance to counter out for Pollo. Ruiz now trapped in the corner, brings it all the way back. Sosa's got to be smart. He's got Tayu on his tail. Gonzalez back to Toth. Toth to Sosa, nearly knocked away. Felipe Gonzalez on it now. Sosa might just want to get clear. Instead, it's given away. It's Quiros bouncing on it. Quiros back in San Diego. And he plays it right to Toth. Oh, what a story that would have been. Quiros could have scored for Sonora. Instead, the power play goes begging. The chance to take a 2-1 lead goes begging. Almost a little elbow there thrown at the end by Escalante as LSO was all over him. And now those two go forehead to forehead. And may cooler heads prevail. LSO not too happy right now. And Escalante saying, "What's your deal?" Bernardo Valdivinos came walking over saying, get on. LSO saying, "No, I'm going to get a few more words in. State my claim." Then even slaps 5 with the man he was just forehead to forehead with, Roberto Escalante. And we move on with life. 3:53 left here in the first half. A scoreless second quarter. Ooh, LSO came in a little late there. Bogar Moreno, and now it's a foul in the corner, whistled against Cerda. Sockers got to be careful here. Coming a little bit unglued. I say a little bit unglued. Score's still 1-1. Score's stuck where it's been for quite some time now. Timeout called by Sonora. Head coach Luis Borrego. The Borrego family well represented for Soles. Number 22, Brian Borrego. Looking to have a presence this evening. Seen Borrego a few times for Soles over the last couple of seasons. 1-1 the score, 3:38 left here in the second quarter. San Diego Sockers like to recognize United Healthcare. You got Medi-Cal, we'll get more with United Healthcare, proud sponsor of the San Diego Sockers. Join a community of more than 6 million Medicaid members nationwide. Visit uhcommunityplan.com. Again, that website, uhcommunityplan.com. UC San Diego Health is also a proud sponsor of the San Diego Sockers. Medical care for the Sockers provided by Dr. Ken Taylor and Dr. Siraj Akhtar of UC San Diego Health. Sports medicine, they can help you get back on the field. Call 844-DR-SPORT with a huge thank you to UC San Diego Health. Nate Abareya here with you inside the Valley View Casino Center, coming to you live via the Major Arena Soccer League YouTube channel, alongside our marvelous San Diego Sockers production crew. Interesting contest we've got on our hands here this evening. We've seen these teams get into barn burners with one another, 13-12 scores down in Hermosillo at the multiplex. Much smaller field, as many of you know, out there in Hermosillo. Much to the contrary, stylistically this evening. 1-1, 3:38 left in the second quarter. Sockers trying to get this one out. They just killed off a Soles power play. It's Valdivinos. Reminder, at halftime of this broadcast, stay tuned for the San Diego Sockers alumni game. Always a treat, the alumni contest. Some great names, great history of this organization that dates all the way back to 1978. The outdoor days, all the way to the Sockers came inside, all the way to this day right now. Fabulous history. So much nostalgia incorporated with this organization. LSO called for a foul in the corner. Another chance from a set piece. Farber in the wall alongside the cowboy, the Vaquero Eddie Velez. Tayu waiting in the middle, hoping this thing can come to the back post. Farber says it ain't getting past me. Forget the back post. This one's going all the way back to Valdivinos. Clipped forward by the goalkeeper. Farber got up for it. Toth up against his post and up against the wall there. Pulled that one in with both hands. And Toth rolls out to CC. Cesar Cerda. Number 9. Forward to Tovar. Playing that target role. Gets it back to Escoto. Escoto blasting. Escoto with the right foot off the boards. Tayu the other way. For Los Soles. The boos come down from the deep end. Again, every time you hear the boos of Frank Tayu, it's just such a sign of respect. He's a guy you love to hate. And part of the reason why so many fans around this league love to hate him is because he's so darn good. 47 goals. You hear that, you got to do the double take. 47. This one kneed back to Valdivinos. Of course, the size of the pitch in Hermosillo certainly plays into the favor of that goal tally for Tayu, but take nothing away from the king, the Cameroonian international. Contreras says take nothing away from him. Nah, forget that. I'm taking the ball from him. The Sockers are flying forward. It's a chance for Childs, and it's 2-1. Craig Childs with his second goal of the game. Fresh off the bench, flying forward up that left wing. And he took the pass in full stride and roofed it past Valdivinos. 1:25 remaining here in the first half. San Diego 2, Sonora 1. Captain, fantastic. And mark down this score. Childs 2, Taiyu 1. The two gunslingers tonight going toe-to-toe. Tackle from Raimundo Contreras.
Scored by number 37, Craig Childs. His second goal of the match, assisted by number 19, Brandon Escoto. Time of the goal, 13:35. Again for the Sockers, the goal by Childs from Escoto at 13:35.
You heard it from Callum McClurg, the PA voice, here inside the Valley View Casino Center. This one trickles across the face, scrambling and grabbing it is Valdivinos. Escoto gets the assist. And that goal for Childs. Interesting to note that the first assist of the night for either side. That, of course, being the first goal from open play. Childs giving chase. Slap to his old friend Victor Quiros. And Soles hunt for an equalizer. This one off the boards. Back past Quiros. Valdivinos gives him an option. Quiros takes it with Claire on his back. Childs scrambling to the bench. There's Canez. Back to Valdivinos as the goalkeeper. Dare take another shot. No, he played it through to an open man and it was just scuffed. And now Valdivinos has got to scramble all the way back as he stops that one with his backside. But the whistle had already blown. Almost thinking a little Rene Higuita tribute there from Valdivinos, but he knew that play had already been stopped. A whistle had blown way up in the Sonora attacking third. Thinking if Valdivinos is doing that with the ball in play, would have been speechless. Free kick chance. Sonora, what a save by Toth. Far post blast with the side of the foot from Manuel Aragon. Straight into the paws of number 31. A fine save from Toth. A fine end to the first half for the San Diego Sockers. Childs with that goal, assisted by Escoto with 1:25 remaining there in the second quarter. That the lone tally of the second period. It gives the Sockers a 2-1 lead that they take into the break. Childs 2, Taiyu 1. The battle of the goal-scoring titans in the MASL here in this low-scoring contest this evening. Just 3 goals total, but all 3 of them from the men that, well, quite frankly, you'd expect them to come from. Craig Childs with the brace thus far on a hat trick going into the second half, and Taiyu with that penalty kick goal just 2:19 into the game that gave Sonora a lead that they temporarily held at 1-0. But again, it's the Sockers taking a 2-1 advantage into the dressing room. Again, my name is Nate Abaurrea. You're watching San Diego Soccer's MASL action inside the Major Arena Soccer League YouTube channel. We invite you now to stay tuned for a very special treat. It's the San Diego Soccer's alumni game coming up here at halftime. I'll be back with you for third quarter action between the Sockers and Sonora. But stay tuned and enjoy this alumni game. We talk all about the nostalgia with this organization, talk about how quality of a job this organization does in terms of keeping people around, keeping those recognizable names in the community, building a family bond that never ends. And the alumni game really epitomizes all of it. So many of these men that have worn the Sockers uniform over the years, dating all the way back to 1978, taking part in the alumni game in just a few minutes. So again, I'll be back with you for the third quarter. Callum McClurg be on the PA mic with you. We'll feed him through onto the broadcast for the alumni contest. One more time, your halftime score. Sockers 2, Soles 1. Back after this, right here on the MASL YouTube channel. Stay tuned.
corner for Coker. Addy back out along the wing for Woolrich. Back to the slot for Donnelly. Now to Dana. Cassie has the look, plays it off. The defenders beat the Hawley and wide. Coker shot, he scores! A shot is wide. It's off the end wall. The San Diego Sockers have won the MISL championship.
Thank you very much, Cowan, and hello, Sockers fans. I'm Tony Lovett, former public address voice of the Sockers from 1985 to 1991. We welcome you to tonight's alumni game. Introducing first, tonight's white team, coached by Vidal Fernandez and Zoltan Toth. From the 2000s, Sean Byer, David Beltran, Todd Bernard, Sean Bowers, the current Sockers general manager, Gus Castaneda, Tom Crane, Anthony Meza, David Banks, Carlos Basso, Ben Collins, Alex Ketter Filipovich, Ray Taylor, Felipe Hernandez, and Brian Quinn. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing tonight's Blues team, coached by Guy Newman. Jason Heath, Chicky Luna, Scott Martin, Shandley Phillips, Shaheen Safarian, Eric Wonderly, Nate Hetherington, Phil Salvaggio, Toby Taitano, Diego Terry, Wes Wade, George Katakalitis, Chacha Namdar, Nick Auerchuk, Renee Ortiz, and Frank Vizcarra. Ladies and gentlemen, your San Diego Sockers alumni. But had to back out at the last minute.
Fans tonight, you should be rooting for the blue team. Why? Because the owner of Treat Desserts in Point Loma is on that team and wants to give away free cookies to everyone here. How does that sound? Well, if the blue team wins, all you need to do is show your ticket stub tonight, and you get a free cookie at Treats over in Point Loma.
Director of Communications Jonathan Green for their hospitality. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the second half and go Sockers!
Welcome back inside the VVCC, the Valley View Casino Center.
All right, Sockers fans, time for the second half of tonight's game. Now it's your turn to get loud and make some noise.
Soles de Sonora ready to kick it off here in the second half, trailing 2-1. The boys from Hermosillo with a goal from who else? Frank Tayu. After just a couple of minutes in this contest, scoring from the penalty spot. Gave Soles a 1-0 lead, but 2 goals from Craig Childs. 1 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter. That's the score where it stands now as we are underway with second half action as Echeverria puts one off the post with an overhead effort. What a spectacular start that would have been to this third quarter. And now a foul whistled against Echeverria as he was tugging Escoto, pardon me, El Vaquero Eddie Velez to the floor. An eventful 20 seconds to start this third quarter. Hope you enjoyed that. Very entertaining San Diego Sockers alumni game at halftime. Always good to see members of the Sockers family dating all the way back to 1978 coming back and being a part of the alumni festivities. Entertaining contest. Quality contest, you must say. I think the blue team ended up winning, which meant that everyone gets free cookies here inside the stadium. More on the cookies in a second. Childs off the boards. This one is picked off by Roberto Escalante. Stolen back by Childs. No foul. Childs blasts one, always tailing wide. Menacing pace behind it, but unfortunately, always drifting wide of that far post. I wish I could remember who it was, but one of the players, one of the alumni on the blue team in that alumni match, snuck a PA announcement in there saying that if the blue team won, everybody would get free cookies. So instantly, everybody in attendance was saying, we don't like that white team. We're all about the blue team because, well, we love cookies. This one's high and over into the net. Toth. We'll have it on the restart. Another very warm good evening from me, Nate Abaurea, here with you in Rosed, inside the Valley View Casino Center. Way up high, looking down on the action below. Always good to be with you. Broadcast partner, Craig Elston, currently on assignment, bringing the action to you solo this evening, along with our Marvelous Soccer's production crew. And again, un gran saludo a nosotros amigos in Hermosillo. Delay a game against Sonora, which means the free kick to the Sockers. At the top of the arc, Sosa, will he take it or play it off to Childs? He's also got LSO creeping. LSO plays it off to Childs. Childs straight at Valdovinos, who stood his ground and made the save with the legs and keeps it at just a 1-goal deficit for Sonora. But LSO with time and space. Step over, slice it, dice it, weaving and knocking this one off the defender and out. Sockers on the restart. And how about this? Phil Salvaggio, Sockers head coach, during that whistle, just jogging a real nice nonchalant fashion, like it's no big deal, just straight through the boards and over to the Sockers bench. Phil Salvaggio was one of the goalkeepers. In fact, I believe he was the goalkeeper for the victorious blue team. Call them FC Cookies. Salvaggio, from managing the team to alumni game back to being the head coach, all in the span of just a few minutes. Brilliant. Lovegrove, the chance to do something special here in his first Sockers home game. The whistle blows late there. I think advantage was played for a second. Escoto wanted to play it quick. The ref saying, wait for my whistle, Brandon. Got to walk Tayu necessary yards away from this dead ball. Sosa looking to find Tovar. Instead, he's going to play it back to Cesar Cerda. Lovegrove to the far post, all from point blank range with the goal gaping. Brandon Escoto up into the netting. 12:36 remaining here in the third quarter, and it stays 2-1 San Diego. Again, Craig Childs 2, Frank Tayu 1. Score in this game. Another way to say the score in this game. Tayu is on the bench right now. Soles working it around. They got Canez as that point man, being marked by Contreras at the top of the arc right now. A foul is now struggling getting up and getting tangled up here, and a few pushes and shoves, nothing too serious. Everybody being separated, tangled arms, tangled legs. It was an awkward one there, as you can see who it was. Sockers player was trying to get up, and Soles player was trying to get up as well. It's like a little leg wrestling match there broke out. Again, we move on. NBD, as those acronym happy kids say, no big deal. Three minutes have elapsed here in the third quarter. Score the same as when we started the second half. Valdovinos blast from distance. Did Toth carry that one across the line? No. Able to stop his momentum. That shot from Valdovinos almost carried him across. Here's Escoto off the boards. Farber creeping. Knocked away by Escoto. Farber and Escoto fighting for it in the corner for the Sockers. Headed back. Farber acrobatic, and he lands on his backside. Now heading the other way. See aforementioned Canez. It's a chance for an equalizer, and it is an equalizer. Gustavo Rosales roofs it past Chris Toth, and we're deadlocked at 2 with 11:24 left here in the third quarter. These Sockers fans are giving it to Rosales, who is lapping this one up, taking off the shirt, flexing the muscles in celebration. He's brought this thing back to even terms. Sockers 2, Soles 2. Great goal it was. Gustavo Rosales. You see Toth in his own net right now, reaching his left hand up, saying, how did I not stop that thing? Thought he had it covered at the near post. Straight up into the roof of the net, top shelf, beautiful stuff from Rosales. And it's 2-all. Oh, and a vicious turn and a rip with the left foot on the volley from Canez, and it was off the post. Matt Clare knocks it back. Sosa forward to Childs. Good touch from the captain. Childs forward to Felipe Gonzalez off the wall trying to find Clare, and it rolls past everybody. Childs goes to ground. What a tackle. Clare. This thing is heating up a bit. No foul. They wanted it. Clare continues the pressure with Soles. Going to fly the other way from left to right. Contreras gets over and cuts off the angle. It's the Soles attacker there. It was Aragon. Here's Boyle being pressured by Tayu back in the game. Up the wing to Tovar. Tovar defended by Echeverria. Off the boards, back to Felipe Gonzalez. Hard to believe this game has only seen 4 goals. You always have to have high scoring to have a high entertainment value. This thing's been fun. A lot of quality soccer has been played this evening. A fundamentally sound soccer, not a whole lot of open space. We'll see if that changes. Here's Lovegrove. He scores! From Crawley, scoring in SD. The former Crawley Town man on his home debut, Jamie Lovegrove. He gives the Sockers a 3-2 lead. Just moments after Sonora had brought this thing back to 2-2. Lovegrove says, I love San Diego. It's good to be here. Great finish to the far post in the end of it. Hugs aplenty and high fives as well for number 45. The 27-year-old from Crawley, England, gives the Sockers the lead. On his home debut, that is the way to announce your presence in front of your new fans.
Scored by number 45, Jamie Lovegrove. Assisted by number 9, Cesar Serda. Time of the goal, 5:03. Again for the Sockers, the goal by Lovegrove from Serda at 5:03.
You heard it from Callan McClurg. Lovegrove from Serda. Farber down in a heap again. It's the second time in the last few minutes we've seen Brian go up with an aerial effort and end up kind of getting chipped as he's on the way up into the air and taking a nasty spill as a result. 3,827 tonight's attendance here inside the Valley View Casino Center. Good crowd on hand, lively crowd on hand. These football Sundays, San Diego Sockers, the 2017-18 season. We got a 3-2 lead. Courtesy of that goal from Lovegrove moments ago. Brief stoppage here. Now we'll get it back underway with John Sosa. Here's Claire. Oh, it's knocked away. Oh, it's a chance for Sonora. It's Tayu. Oh, it's knocked away. At the last, Tayu had it coming to him with an empty net. On that rebound, it was poked away by a Sockers defender, and now San Diego flying the other way. Claire waiting for it on this near side of Scotto. Couldn't get it to him. Good tracking back. Well, a few different Sonora players. This thing's got a little end-to-end flavor to it all of a sudden. That's a good turn from Tayu, but crafty defensive work from his former teammate John Sosa. Keeps Tayu off balance, allowed Sosa to get to it first. Now here is number 20 forward to Matt Clare. He's got the overlapping run of Zé Roberto on these near side boards. Zé Roberto with Sosa supporting him, and with Eric Rosas pushing him in the back. Foul called. Free kick San Diego. 8:45 left, third quarter. SD 3, Sonora 2. Nate Abarrea here with you inside San Diego Soccer's YouTube channel, powered by the Major Arena Soccer League. There's going to be a foul against Childs. It is. Valdivinos came out pleading for the card. A few Soles players, given that somewhat irritating pantomime there. A little gesticulation, holding the thumb and index finger together, holding the hand forward, waving it, saying, "See this imaginary card right here? That's what you should be showing to him." But no card, whether imaginary or real, was shown to the captain, Craig Childs. Instead, just a foul, just a free kick. Sonora in possession. 8:20 left here in the third quarter. It's Escalante. Oh, here's Tayu. Oh! Oh! You're almost lost for words sometimes with this man. That is cheeky. That's audacious. That is absolutely wonderful. Frank Tayu ties this thing up at 3 with the deftest of chips up and over a helpless Chris Toth. Nothing the Soccer's netminder could do. It was a defensive error that saw Tayu straight through on Chris Toth, and that was just a jaw-dropping finish from Frank Tayu. Cool as you like. That was downright filthy. Tayu to the bench. 3-3 the score. 8:09 left here in the third quarter. Bogar Moreno with the assist there as action continues. Oh, and it's a giveaway, and it's Lovegrove! He's got his brace on his home debut! Lovegrove strikes again! Sonora return the favor! A costly giveaway at the other end saw Tayu make it 3-3, and just seconds later, a costly giveaway in front of the Sonora net sees the man of the hour, the man of this second half, Crawley's finest, Jamie Lovegrove. San Diego 4, Soles 3. The mistake sees Lovegrove. It was Quiros blindly playing it back. Unfortunate break for Victor there. Lovegrove pouncing on the mistake and putting it in from close range and rolling around like his shirt was on fire. Lovegrove as happy as anyone in this building. He's got 2 goals to match the 2 from Captain Craig Childs. And the Sockers have a 4-3 lead. Wild stuff here in this third quarter. Halftime score was San Diego 2, Soles 1. Now, we got a 4-3 lead for San Diego with 7:44 left here in the third quarter. San Diego Sockers like to recognize American Spa and Pool Pros. American Spa and Pool Pros, they're proud to support the Sockers. They provide liability insurance to swimming pool industry professionals, whether your business is pool repair, builders, remodelers, plasterers, or just about any service for swimming pools. They have a flexible plan that's perfect to protect your business and your livelihood. Check them out. www.asapponline.com. That's ASAPP online.com. Go Sockers! That's what they say. That's what a lot of people in this building say. That's what Jamie Lovegrove is saying right now. Soles pressing high here. It's Contreras forward. Claire was up that right wing with space. They couldn't find him. Now Claire checks 2 at the midfield logo. He brings it back into his own half. Turns back and looks to spray forward instead. Plays close to Cerda. Contreras forward. LSO saying, "Carry, Ray, carry." LSO tries to make that cross-field run. Not a lot going on for the Sockers right now. Good shape defensively from Sonora, who now trail by a goal. The brace from Lovegrove here in the second half on his home debut. Great story it would be to see Lovegrove complete the hat trick. See if Craig Childs can do the same. This one's stolen away. It's Daniel Lopez. Lopez had it knocked away by Contreras. Now, Matt Clare collects easily. Escoto has got Cerda to his right, Clare to his left. He plays it to Cerda. What a save by Valdovinos. It's back to Escoto. It's back with Craig Childs. All the way back to Chris Toth. Valdovinos keeping his team in the game. Clare up these left side boards. It's Clare. Back over to Felipe Gonzalez. John Sosa. Back over to Clare on this left side. The near side boards from our vantage point. Back to the top. And Sosa. Childs trying to check two. There's a whistle off the ball. And it's a foul, I believe, against Victor Quiros. Quiros can't believe it. He's asking the officials what exactly he did. Quiros, who just committed that costly mistake moments ago that led to the go-ahead goal for Lovegrove and the Sockers. He now gives away a free kick in a very menacing position. Craig Childs has scored from almost this exact spot already this evening. That was the goal that made it 1-1 back in the first quarter. It's Childs on a hat trick. And he plays it off to Sosa. Sosa over to Felipe. It's off his left foot and up against the boards. Felipe is now trapped. Can he get through? He's still on it. He throws a right boot at it, and Valdovinos grabs it with both paws. Tells everybody to get a move on. Pulls it now out to Quiros. Back with Aragon. Valdovinos. Forward to Frank Tayu. The boos rain down from the deep end. Many more San Diego Sockers fans in this crowd of almost 4,000. Here on a Sunday night at the VVCC. Tayu's got a brace tonight as well. Oh, but it's a bad touch from Frank Tayu, and it's stolen away by the Vaquero. Matt Clare pays it back almost into the path of Tayu, who was creeping. Sosa back to Toth. Toth's got to be careful. Soles are pressing. Sosa, no nonsense. Get that thing out of dodge. Knocked down. Clare, beautiful knockback for Tovar. Eric Tovar through the bodies. Tovar still on it. No whistle ever came. Tovar fought through the contact, and maybe had he gone down, he would have drawn a whistle. Instead, no whistle, no foul. Soles the other way. Lovegrove defending, facing up. That time against Moreno. Now here's Tayu. Tayu fouled by John Sosa. A quality match on a nice edge at this juncture. Next goal's a big one. Be an equalizer for Soles, or the first 2-goal lead of the night. Off the wall and around. Cerda defending on that far side. Did a decent job, but it trickled through to Rosales. Tayu lunging for it, can't get to it. Comes down, and now a good slide there from Eddie Velez. Off the boards and back to Valdovinos. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Long ball forward to the defender. Escalante, who's up in the attacking zone for the time being. Back now to Adrian Miller, who pulls the trigger from deep down to his right with a fine dive is Chris Toth. He collects calmly and rolls to his left in Cesar Cerda. Curious to see how much Frank Tayu is going to see the bench in the remaining 18 minutes and change in this contest. Without a doubt, the most deadly weapon out there for Luis Borrego, Soles coaching staff. 49 goals, by the way, in case you're keeping count on Frank Tayu this evening. Next one will be number 50. Sockers are hoping that doesn't come tonight. Boyle with Contreras to his right. Cerda out to his left. He plays the ladder. Cesar on his left foot drives one low straight down the throat of Valdovinos, who sends his troops clear. 3 minutes remaining. 12 minutes have elapsed here in this third period. Soles give this one away. Pouncing on it is Cesar Cerda. Plays it forward for Childs. Craig's going to give chase. Valdivinos is going to get there first. But now Farber plays it to Childs. The keeper was out. Childs on a hat trick. Puts it up and over into the net. It was a tough one. It was on that bounce. It was going up as he hit it on the half volley. Always difficult. It's real good technique to keep that one down. Childs is certainly capable. Just couldn't pull it off on that occasion. Say Roberto. Heads forward. Farber heads to Childs. Childs, the acrobatic overhead effort. I think Valdivinos got a fingertip to it. It may have been going in. Soles head the other way. Look at this. It's Daniel Lopez. Oh, Lopez, though, just waited too long. He had a chance to go there. Then he was pinned in the boards by Zé Roberto and Farber. This one, I think, is going to go all the way back to Valdivinos. It does. Velez, the lone Sockers player, pressing LSO off the bench now to help. This one's forward to Lopez. Daniel Lopez off the glass with Zé Roberto on his back. Lopez wanted the push. He didn't get it. Play on. Say the officials. LSO on the ice skates. Presses forward. Sockers looking for a fifth. It's chipped. Oh, it almost went in from El Vaquero. That was audacious. He almost pulled it off. It's back to Contreras. Minute 40 remaining here in the third quarter. Sockers with a 4-3 lead. LSO trying to find space to shoot on that left foot. Wants the foul. Doesn't get it. Tayu, can he get there ahead of Contreras? Raimundo to the ground, to the rescue. Foul and frustration follows from Daniel Lopez. Contreras with a huge tackle right there. If Tayu's through on Toth, you're betting the house on Frank Tayu to make this game 4-4. Contreras says, don't worry, keeper. You ain't even gonna have to face that test. I'll take care of it. Veteran defender against one of the best attackers this league's ever seen, and Contreras won that duel with class. 1:20 remains here in the third quarter. LSO calls for Felipe Gonzalez. Felipe forward to Claire. Claire back to Felipe in the center circle. Looking for Childs. A lot of space to work with for Childs, and now you see Craig doing what he's done for so many years. Slowly creeping into the final third all by himself, waiting for a long ball off the boards. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Sockers 4. Soles 3. Childs misplayed it, but it worked. Knocked away, though. Can they get this one to Tayu? Want to just keep finding Tayu. Want to keep feeding the king. Tayu with space to shoot. Tayu cracks. It's blocked by Cesar Cerda. About a half minute remaining here in the third quarter. Childs thought he was going to press. Instead, peels it back. And now collects the pass. Childs dummies it. Claire wasn't ready for it. And now Claire off the boards. Tries to find Childs. Funky one for Valdivinos. Spin on it was quirky. He grabs it. Spins it the other way. Dummy by Tayu. Off the wall. Tayu down into the hands of Toth. Frank Tayu, sometimes it's like he's 5 steps ahead of all of us. Beautiful stuff. Using the boards there. Oh, stiff challenge right there. And this shot goes high and wide from Claire. And we still have 0.9 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Valdivinos is just going to roll and let those 9/10 of a second elapse. After 3 quarters inside the Valley View Casino Center, your score, the San Diego Sockers 4, Soles de Sonora 3, all to play for in the fourth and final period upcoming. Frank Tayu certainly with plenty more to say this evening. We'll see if Phil Salvaggio's team can keep the Cameroonian king in check, or if Tayu can net his hat trick, tie this score up at 4, and see where the Sonoran Suns can go from there. Phil Salvaggio hoping his team can kick it into cruise control, get that 5th goal, and hit the home stretch strong. We'll see what happens in that fourth quarter. Stay tuned. You're watching MASL Soccer inside the San Diego Sockers YouTube channel powered by the Major Arena Soccer League. We're back after this.
I'm Jill, Tegan, Paxton,
Kaylin.
and we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through CalCoast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the Cal Coast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
Can you make this cake for my daughter's birthday?
Donna realized her network was surprisingly slow. So she switched to Metro PCS and got her family 4 lines with unlimited high-speed data for $100, period. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Nate Abarea back here with you inside the Valley View Casino Center. 4th quarter upcoming, an entertaining contest, and what's sure to be a fine finish to this thing. Entertainment value-wise, can't guarantee you a fine finish. Not sure who you're supporting. We got a lot of friends from Hermosillo watching the broadcast here this evening. A lot of fans of Los Soles de Sonora, and plenty of Sockers fans tuning in, as always, to the MASL YouTube channel. Your San Diego soccer stream made possible by all our fantastic sponsors and our marvelous Sockers production team. Craig Childs has got 2 goals tonight. The new man in town from Crawley, England, Jamie Lovegrove, has got the other 2 for the Sockers. Frank Tayu with a brace for Los Soles de Sonora. Gustavo Rosales with the other tally. For the visitors from Hermosillo, who now press forward with a chance for an equalizer, it's Echeverria. Sliding block by Craig Childs. And Pollo was hit in the face, and I think there might have actually been a head-to-head collision down there between Echeverria and Pollo. Iram Ruiz and the Soles players are immediately calling for attention from the bench as the training staff comes out. Echeverria's down in the corner and hurt. Again, a wild beginning to a quarter. Not the first time we've said that tonight. 24 seconds in, we got Ruiz shaken up, and it looks like Echeverria down in some serious trouble in that attacking corner along those right side boards. We hope that Echeverria is okay, and this is nothing serious, but he's been down and not moving too much. You see the attention being shown to his leg right now, and you saw him grabbing his face initially, as was Ruiz, so you thought maybe they collided heads, but then see the leg down from Echeverria right now. The leg being worked on, I should say. We hope that he's okay. One of the brightest spots on the Soles team this year, their assist leader with 12 coming into this contest. Well, the Sockers would like to thank Dr. Corey Lichtman, the sports chiropractor who keeps our players healthy on and off the field. Find out more at drcorey.com. Again, that's drcorey.com, drcorey.com. Sushi Lounge on Market offers fresh sushi and inventive cocktails at their downtown location on 4th and Market. They can bring them to your home or office. Learn more at www.sushiloungeonmarket.com or give them a call at 619-696-6262. Sushi number, one more time, 619-696-6262. That's Sushi Lounge on Market. San Diego Sockers also like to recognize Barrel Republic. Barrel Republic's the official beer bar of the San Diego Sockers and the place to go. For the largest selection of craft beers, enjoy the beautiful tasting rooms in PB, Carlsbad, Oceanside, where you have the freedom to pour. You pour your own beer at all those places. It's pretty cool. Sockers fans, bring your Sockers ticket to the Pacific Beach location after the game. Select craft beer from the 44 self-pour taps will be 10% off for you. That's all you got to do. Bring your ticket stub to the Barrel Republic out in PB. Again, huge thank you to Barrel Republic, proud sponsors of the San Diego Sockers. 14:20 left here in the 4th quarter. Sockers leading by 1. Soles without one of their best players, their assist leader. Anibal Echeverria back to the locker room. They're picking up that knock moments ago. Lovegrove throwing the body around. He's scored 2 this evening. He'd love to net a hat trick on his home debut. What a story that would be, and what a waste that was. Wicked swing of the right foot from Segura into the shot, going about 10 feet over. Glass above Chris Toth's red crossbar. Toth and the Sockers defending the goal to our left, attacking the goal to our right. Here in this final period, Frank Tayu attacking that aforementioned goal to the left on a hat trick on 49 goals on the season. Will number 50 come tonight? Foul called. Free kick to the Sockers. Again, Nate Abarea here with you inside the MASL YouTube channel. San Diego Soccer's YouTube stream. Broadcasting colleague Craig Elston currently on assignment. Be back with you for the next home match. Get that duo back in place. And that good quality superhero duo. Or at least that's what I like to think we're called. Superheroes? Yeah, something like that, me and Craig? Rio Grande Valley against the Sockers. A couple weeks' time. We'll be back together. Whether you like it or not, 13:06 left here in the fourth quarter. As Scotto will get things back underway for San Diego. Off the glass, back through everybody. Sosa rips it low again through everybody. Tayu, the boos come raining down. The tackles come flying in from Contreras. LSO! Escoto off the glass. Childs back across the face, cleared out. Kind of anticlimactic there. A lot going on and nothing in the end of it. Sosa working with Toth. Giving chase for Sonora's Rosales. Here's Pollo. Pollo. Displays the pass to Childs. Now here comes Rosales. Scored that fantastic third goal of the night. Pardon me, the second goal of the night for Solis. And now he's fouled by Matt Clare. Gets up John, the Sockers number 99. Just a one-goal game. Said it before. Might say it again. Next goal. A big one. Not sure what Rosales was doing there. Falling to the ground. The extracurriculars have subsided. And it's back to Sockers. Quiros is at the red line. Plays it over to Rosales. A few boos coming down now for number 6. This one shot with the left foot. It's into traffic. Kind of stuck there. There's Aragon. Back to Quiros. Quiros, long ball into Tayu. Tayu, and one might have hit the referee. Eventually comes down. Tayu can't get it back. Quiros collects on the Kaiser Permanente logo. Inside the attacking third. Long ball could do a trick off the boards here. Aragon on it. He's got Tayu in the middle. Tayu battling with Pollo. Great job by Iram Ruiz against a man almost twice his size. Using the hips, using the shoulders to just wedge himself in there and knock Tayu off just enough. Critical defensive effort from number 63. 11 and a half minutes remain in this contest. The Sockers clinging to a one-goal lead. Farber tried to play it first time. He gave it away, and now here's Frank Tayu on a hat trick. Stood up by John Sosa. But Tayu plays it right back, and this one deflects after the shot from Canez, and Toth does a good job just staying behind that one and collecting. Long throw forward for Lovegrove. He's got a brace tonight, and Lovegrove just brings it straight backwards. Plays it back over to Contreras and says, let's hold possession for a little while. Not get crazy with this thing, but I'm sure a few people in this building, possibly including yours truly, were thinking, 45. Go for it, mate. Get that Hattie on your home debut, mate. Still time. 10:40 to be exact. Contreras thought that one went off the Sonora player. Aragon, instead, was deemed to have gone off him. Valdovinos. Escoto pressuring. Now here's Escalante. Escalante on his left foot. Escalante still on his left foot. Tayu, unable to make contact. It's trickled away from him in the end. See Tayu pour quite a bit out in this fourth quarter. Talk about the Tayu beauty rest throughout the game. Luis Borrego Solis head coach. Very smart with the way he uses his star forward. Keep him fresh for the fourth quarter. There's Tayu, this time pressuring against Serda. LSO back in the game for the Sockers. Always bringing the energy, number 11. Bangs bodies with Tayu there. Back on these near side boards on the attacking right wing. It's Escoto in for Childs. Brings a difficult one down with the chest. Crafty defending from Adrian Miller. And this one's knocked onto the Sockers bench by LSO, and Oliveira's got to be careful. They're pounding the ball into the ground about a foot away from the referee. Not sure if LSO was frustrated with the officials or himself. Either way, walking a tightrope, as he often does. And quite often, it's wonderful to see. Always entertaining LSO, always entertaining these San Diego Sockers games. This has been one of the tougher ones at home this season. Sockers have had some laughers here inside the Valley View Casino Center this season. Trying to make it 10-0 at home with a win tonight. Move up to 14-3 overall. And snap, phenomenal 9-game win streak for the visitors from the city of Hermosillo, Soles de Sonora. It's the Soles in the final third right now. It's the former San Diego Soccer Quiros lofting it forward. Tayu says thumbs up, but it was off the mark. Tayu saying, I like the idea. Let's come back to that the next chance we get. Work on the execution. Toth back on it with his feet now. Forward to Claire. Matt Claire to Craig Childs. Childs all the way back. Up the wing now, Cesar Cerda in space. Tayu tracking back for Sonora. Little 1-2 between Cerda and Claire. Led to a great opportunity for Pollo. Ruiz just whiffed on it. Childs stuck in the corner now. John Sosa collects. Coming up on 8 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Sockers 4, Soles 3. 2 goals from Craig Childs. Halftime score, the lead 2-1 for the Sockers. 2 goals in the third quarter for the new man in town from Crawley, England on his home debut, Jamie Lovegrove. Matt Claire looking to join the scoring fiesta. It's saved by Valdivinos. Contreras gets to it before Tayu. Those two have been going at it all night. Tayu had it knocked away by Contreras and couldn't get it back. LSO pressing forward for San Diego. Weaving through with those step overs, but bit off a little bit more than he could chew. It trickles into the hands of Valdivinos. 2 goals for Childs, 2 for Lovegrove, 2 for Frank Tayu on the Soles side. The other goal scorer was Gustavo Rosales. Second goal of the night. Made the score 2-2 back in the third quarter. Here's Quiros. Little shimmy down there from Segura. Attacking on that far side and bringing it back to Quiros was Adrian Miller. All the way back to the goalkeeper Valdivinos in the center circle. He's pressing way forward now. That one went flashing across the face of goal, and Claire just slips over the ball now. Does a good job getting back to it. Holding on to possession for San Diego all the way back to Toth. Goalkeeper pressured. Tayu's on the bench right now. Worth noting for Sonora. Sosa wanted the foul there initially and then gave a bit of contact himself to get it back, and then the second time around he is fouled, at least according to the men in red. So free kick San Diego inside their own third. 6.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Long ball forward for Ruiz. Ruiz lets it fall for Lovegrove, but it never came to the Englishman. Valdivinos blasts it around the glass. Contreras steps forward. Raimundo, Raimundo. Ay, Dios míos. Timeout on the floor. Contreras. Almost a little bit too much time to think about that one, because it just hung in midair, saying, volley me. Smash it, Ray. He did, unfortunately, high up into the netting. Score remains San Diego 4, Sonora 3. 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this Sunday night MASL affair. San Diego Sockers like to recognize Brothers Catering, proud sponsors of the San Diego Sockers. ATA Engraving is also another proud sponsor of Sockers action. All-time awards and engraving has been serving as San Diego's leader in sports, corporate, and academic awards for over 20 years. Visit the website, www.ataengraving.com, for all your promotional product and recognition needs. ATA Engraving, all-time awards and engraving if you're into, saying the full thing, or ATA Engraving if you're into that whole brevity thing, dude. Sockers 4, Soles 3. 6 1/4 minute remaining in the contest.
I can't begin to know him, but then I know it's growing strong.
Little Sweet Caroline on the PA, folks to sing along with during the timeout.
And spring became the summer.
Sockers need 6 minutes and change. Fundamentally sound play. They will likely go on to 10-0 at home, 14-3 overall. They've already clinched the division. They want to win here against Sonora. Home field in the playoffs becomes a big storyline. Little let down with the bump there from the almost 4,000 strong. See, one more chance. Little better. Still work on it. 5:45 left. Valdivinos forward for Sonora. Left-footed blast, saved by Toth. What an effort it was from Escalante to the far post. There was a Soles attacker. That ball, I think, bounced off of on the goal line after Toth had made the save. It was a vicious rip from Escalante. A marvelous save from Chris Toth. Chance of San Diego coming from the deep end and the surrounding fans. Here's Ruiz, tries to poke forward for Childs. It was off the money. Ruiz is taken out. And not only is it a foul, it's a blue card to boot. And that could prove very, very costly. Eric Rosas to the penalty box. Pollo to the ground. Helped back to his feet by Escoto and Craig Childs. Phil Salvaggio immediately on the Sockers bench. Went over to have a quick word with a couple of his assistants. I'd be curious right now if the Sockers are going to really try to step on the throat early on in this power play. Get this 5th goal, get this 2-goal lead, pop this thing into cruise control, and breeze to the finish. Soles, we're going to throw caution to the wind at a certain point. And it would be great if they're to do that trailing by 2 goals rather than just 1. Don't think the Sockers are just going to be content with running 2 minutes off the clock here. Got a great opportunity. Put a nail in the coffin right here, right now. A foul is called. Soles players not happy about that. But I think Rosales was very late through on LSO there. He's got to consider himself fortunate he didn't draw a card. 1:45 left on the power play. 4:47 now left here in the 4th quarter. Sockers 4, Soles 3. Here's Childs. Childs blasts it. It's just high. Here's Escoto on his left foot. Cuts back once, cuts back twice. Plays it back to the point in Sosa. It's Escoto. Back on it again. LSO loses it. Soles got a chance to push here. This is 2v2 if they hurry. Sockers are coming back defensively and still on the ball. Now having it knocked away by Sosa is Enrique Canes. Soles just got to kill off this penalty. It's going to take a lot of energy. You see Frank Tayu back on the bench right now, getting the King's rest, clapping his hands, playing cheerleader at the moment, saying keep this at a 1-goal deficit and let me back on the pitch. Here's Claire, though, in the corner, poked away beautifully. Quiros back on it. It's poked away by Escalante. Now he plays clear, but only to the halfway line, and Sosa. Sosa collects. 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Sosa forward to LSO. Sosa again. LSO again. LSO. Goal. San Diego. Luan Sales Oliveira. Goal! Goal! LSO San Diego 5, Soles 3, 3:39 left here in the fourth quarter. A little tussle after the goal was scored. A few players going at it. We'll see if any cards are issued. One player not involved in any of those fracases was LSO. He was off celebrating. A brilliant moment for number 11. Luan Sales Oliveira makes it 5-3. Now Oliveira does have a little word with Valdivinos, who just wasn't all too happy with a few of the soccer celebrations, but nothing too crazy for what we're used to seeing celebration-wise. It's always a little extravagant with LSO, but again, it didn't seem all too egregious, and now this could get ugly here. Everybody's got to keep the tempers in check. It was Eddie Velez having a little argument with Frank Tayu, and now blue cards are being shown. And we've got a bit to sort out here. Soles may have just lost their heads because it looks like it's Escalante who's actually going to be heading to the box. Victor Quiros has got that 6th attacker jersey on. Plenty of confusion out here, plenty of disagreements, and still, you love this Victor Quiros out here with many of his former teammates, guys he put in blood, sweat, and tears with for years, and Quiros now on the Sonora side, and he's telling a few of his old mates his opinion, and it's certainly not a happy one. Quiros extremely upset, as was Tayu. A number of Sonora players seemed like some of the animosity was towards LSO, but there were a few other Sockers players who were the ones that really got under the skin of the Soles crew. And with the blue card to Escalante, I mean, that's just a dagger. Just an absolute dagger. Because the Sockers, well, was there another blue card shown? I believe there was. So not as disastrous as I previously thought there, but waiting on seeing who that was. Waiting on official word. We know Escalante is in the box for the time being. It could be a 5-minute trip to the box for Escalante. Who was it who got sent to the box for the Sockers?
A UC San Diego Health power play goal. Scored by number 11, Luan Oliveira. Assisted by number 20, John Sosa. Time of the goal, 11:21. Again for the Sockers.
Here's Quiros. This one's blocked. Confirmation of the goal there, and still no confirmation of that Sockers blue card. But each team is playing with 5 right now. All of those in the field for Soles. 4 in the field, obviously, for the Sockers. There's a chance. It's Tayu at the back post on the rebound. He can't put it home. So it was Brandon Escoto with the unsportsmanlike conduct. We do get verification after all. Escoto for the Sockers, Escalante for Sonora. Kick save and an absolute beaut from Toth. Here's Quiros back on it. So if your last name starts with ESC, I guess you just got sent to the box there. Escalante and Escoto. Here's a chance. It's scuffed. It's Tayu. It's scuffed again. It's into the hands of Toth. 50 seconds left here in this 5-on-5. 2:24. Make it 2:22. All deuces on the clock as Chris Toth calls the last remaining Sockers timeout. And we'll keep an eye on Luan Salas Oliveira and a few other Sockers players as this thing winds down. Because if the Sockers are to handle the most important piece of business, that's, of course, getting the win here tonight, the next most important task will be for Phil Salvaggio and all of the veterans on the Sockers team, and even some of the younger guys who have got cooler heads, to make sure that nobody loses theirs. Make sure that nobody's drawn into any extracurricular activities that could result in suspensions, any kind of post-game fighting. His tempers certainly flaring right now. Blood beginning to boil on both sides. The Sockers have got to remember that the scoreboard is all that matters. They lead 5-3 right now. LSO, of course, would love to pour a little salt in the wounds and get another goal out there and equal the total of the other two men who've scored for the Sockers tonight, who each have two. Craig Giles and Jamie Lovegrove, a brace apiece. LSO, with that fifth, has the score where it stands right now at 5-3. By the way, Sockers wanted to thank Mount Woodson Golf Club. Set amidst ancient oaks, huge granite boulders, and sparkling lakes, you can enjoy San Diego County's most dramatic golf layout, Mount Woodson Golf Club, where golf is only part of the experience. Use the online promo code SOCKERS, that's SOCKERS, to receive $10 off your next round. That's Mount Woodson Golf Club. Nate Abaurrea here with you inside the MASL YouTube channel. Sockers 5, Soles 3. Pleasure and a privilege to be with you. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this Sunday night affair. Quiros, the extra attacker out there for the visitors from Hermosillo. 30 seconds left of the 5-on-5. Tayu, back to Quiros. Back to the point now. Looking to drive this one is Segura. It's just wide. And it goes out of play. Soles have got to retreat. Quiros jogs back as Contreras takes it. And Raimundo with the golazo. Contreras with the nail in the coffin. Goal! Raimundo Contreras, 6-3 San Diego, 1:55 left. You saw Quiros saying, oh no, I better get back. And Contreras says, you're darn right, you should have gotten back. What a goal for number 3. He's played a brilliant defensive game this evening, and he tacks on a goal to a top-notch professional performance. Absolute class, top drawer from Raimundo Contreras. Saw the goal open. The official said, sure, take it quick, do what you got to do. And he did just that.
Scored on number 3, Raimundo Contreras. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 13:05. Again, for the Sockers, the goal by Contreras. Unassisted at 13:05. Both teams have returned to full strength.
Both teams back to even strength now, and the Sockers up to 7. The Sockers put it away late. A close game throughout the evening. And it's turned into a commanding lead and surely a victory here at home in the friendly confines of the Valley View Casino Center for the San Diego Sockers. And blasting the souvenir bowl. The goal scorer there, Mr. Escoto, number 19, Brandon Escoto, out of the penalty box and onto the score sheet. How you like them apples? 1:29 left. Sockers 7, Soles 3. Where'd this come from?
Goal! Scored by number 19, Brandon Escoto. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 13:31. Again, for the Sockers, the goal by Escoto. Unassisted at 13:31.
Another unassisted goal Have to double check the records here tonight, but I believe that's 4 of the 7 for the Sockers have actually been unassisted. They will take them any way they can get them. Phil Salvaggio all about the ball movement, all about the assists, but goal's a goal. Ooh, vicious slide in there. Sockers, oh, bodies are flying everywhere right now, and they came in on LSO. That was the goalie, Valdivinos. Kind of bailed out on it in the end. He certainly came flying in there, and you held your breath. It looked like this thing was getting dirty for a second. Valdivinos came flying in, and now Valdivinos throws a little shove at Farber, and now hold your breath here. So we hope that everybody can stay separated. Farber is now screaming over at the Soles bench, and Valdivinos is trying to go at him. Now here's Farber and Valdivinos. Phil Salvaggio's off the Sockers bench to hold back Farber. Farber's now been issued a yellow card, so Farber's evening is done. Valdivinos' evening is done. LSO is walking away, and now Childs keeps Farber separated from another couple of Soles players. Farber's got to be careful here. Farber's bringing a bit of this on himself. Of course, the Soles players are having it. And now Farber is getting the crowd all hyped up. Pumping up, 4,000 strong. And look out here is walking over towards the penalty box. Soles defender Adrian Miller, and I don't want to read too much into what Adrian Miller just said, but Brian Farber, obviously a longtime Sockers fan favorite, well-known player here in this building, proud to wear that Sockers badge. It was Miller came walking over after Farber started pumping up the crowd there and pounding his Sockers badge on his chest. As Adrian Miller came walking over towards the penalty box and was pounding the Soles de Sonora badge on his chest, and then looked at Farber and held up 2 fingers. Held up 1 finger, held up 2 fingers. You can't help but wonder if Adrian Miller is saying, you see this team right here, this is the team that's knocked you out of the playoffs the last 2 years. Those two are definitely going to have to be separated. Miller's back to the bench, rising high up on to the bench behind the boards. You really hope nothing nasty goes down these final 41.8 seconds and everyone can get out of here suspension free. I speak for players and coaches on both sides, hoping that cooler heads prevail. But again, that exchange between Adrian Miller, who's now standing literally on the boards and hopping back onto the pitch now, that exchange between Adrian Miller and Brian Farber was an interesting one, to say the least. And if Adrian Miller was saying what I strongly believe he was saying to Brian Farber, I'm sure Farber's going to remember it. And these Sockers players would love, and I mean love, they would relish the opportunity to get another crack at Soles de Sonora in the MASL playoffs and exercise the demons the 2015-16 and 2016-17 seasons. Callan McClurg is currently...
Time of those penalties, 14-19 of the fourth quarter.
I was going to say he was reading some legal documents there. That announcement went on and on and on. Penalty here, penalty there, you get a card, you get a card, we all get cards. 40 seconds left. See if this thing can just end calmly after a wild last couple of minutes. Childs presses forward. It's Matt Clare. It's LSO. It's Childs. Sockers players definitely don't want to stay on the ball too long right now. Get off it quick, keep it moving. 15. Back to Cerda. The San Diego Sockers are going to go to 10-0 here inside the Valley View Casino Center. They're going to move on to 14-3 overall. Soles de Sonora see their 9-game win streak come to a close. You see Luis Borrego, the Soles coach, trying to get all of his players to the dressing room as soon as possible. Victor Quiros, the former San Diego Soccer's man goes over to have a conversation with his former coach, Phil Salvaggio. Talk about cooler heads prevailing. It certainly seems as if that's what's happened here. Players who looked most in danger of getting into a physical altercation, it seems as if those men have all left the pitch, thankfully. Nothing but good sportsmanship on display right now. I even love this. You got Valdivinos, the Sonora goalie, over having a conversation with LSO. Those two were darn near ready to kill each other a couple of minutes ago, and now they're sharing a hug and also not holding anything back, having a very candid conversation with one arm around the shoulder of the other, and you love to see that, saying, hey, I'm still standing firm with my opinion here. I thought you were out of line, I thought you were out of line, and, well, let's agree to disagree, share a hug, and call it a night, and maybe, just maybe, see you in the playoffs. Wouldn't that be something if that matchup takes place 3 years in a row? Soles de Sonora and the San Diego Sockers, the MASL playoffs, the hunt for the Ron Newman Cup. 3 stars tonight in this contest. Craig Giles with 2 goals. Frank Tayu on the Sonora side, your second star, with a brace of his own. And the third star this evening on his home debut, the 5'10", 175-pound, 27-year-old from Crawley, England. The Brit comes in and gets a brace. The former Crawley Town man from Crawley with Love, Jamie Lovegrove, with the brace tonight. And technically speaking, Jamie Lovegrove scored the winning goal tonight. It was a giveaway from Victor Quiros that Lovegrove pounced on for his second goal of the night, but that made the score 4-3. The Sockers never relinquished the lead from there, so not only a brace on his debut, but chalk it up as a game winner. Match-winning goal for Jamie Lovegrove, his first official game for the Sockers here inside the Valley View Casino Center. So there's your 3 stars, Craig Giles, Frank Tayu, and Jamie Lovegrove. All 3 of those men, 2 on the Socker side, 1, of course, Cameroonian king Frank Tayu on the Soles side. All of those men with 2 goals to their names this evening. Another huge thank you to all of our sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. For my broadcasting colleague on assignment, Mr. Craig Elston. For our marvelous San Diego Sockers production crew in conjunction with MA Soccer League, and for all the staff here with the San Diego Sockers. My name is Nate Abaurea. It's been a pleasure and a privilege being with you this evening. Called games alongside Mark Serber and Craig Elston for the last couple of years. First time in the play-by-play seat tonight. I hope I held up the standards put forth by Mark and Craig over the last couple of seasons. Cannot wait for Mr. Elston to return to the VVCC for arena soccer action. He's here for hockey all the time, but he'll be back for arena soccer alongside yours truly on Saturday, February the 24th, as the Sockers host the Rio Grande Valley Barracudas. That's just a fun team name. Sockers and Barracudas. RGV against SD on Saturday, February the 24th. Again, for all the aforementioned staff and fabulous help here at the Valley View Casino Center, I say farewell. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast this evening. And what do you say we do it again on Saturday, February 24th? The Sockers with a couple of road games out in Florida against the Tropics between now and then. But we'll be back with you here inside the Sockers channel on Saturday, February 24th. Sockers hosting the Rio Grande Valley Barracudas. One last time, your final score from the Valley View Casino Center in America's finest city, San Diego, California, on Sunday night, February the 11th. It's the San Diego Sockers 7, Los Soles de Sonora 3. Bye for now.